Hi everyone, welcome in this video. Today we are going to create another section by using Gutenberg and the default theme of WordPress. So as you can see, I want to show you right away that on my website I'm using only one plugin, Save SVG, and then on the themes I'm using the default 2025 theme. So let's start right away and check the design. So I'm going to rebuild these, and the first thing I see is those text components or elements. So I always like to click here and open up here. We have a paragraph. Before doing anything, I like to basically create a group, but we can do that later. So I'm going to put my first text, then I'm going to copy this other text and put it here. Then these two paragraphs, just select all of them and just Command G and group them. Okay, now that they are grouped, I can click here and make wide width. Great, so we created the first part. We need to create the buttons now. So I usually click away outside and just /buttons, and here I would go with demo, and then if you click on enter, you can click on the get started now. I think it's get started. Yeah, get started. And yeah, that's all actually. So what you need to do right now to make them on the left and the right, select both of them, Command G to group them, but this time I'm going to click on transform to row, and then I'm going to click on this to make space between, and here you go, we have this first section. Now we need to do this one, right? Click outside in the white space, and then instead of group, I would go with column, and you can choose, like, let's put 3 columns here, then select the main column level and go to change it to 4, okay, and also make sure that this is wide width. Now what we need to do here is to click on the first column and just add like another group, and inside of the group you can click on this one. I will go and start adding some blocks, and the first one is the number 400. So 400, enter. I will go with /space, and I would add a spacer, EM, and I would go with we can go with 0.5. I'm going quite fast here, and then you can press no, it's not going right. 1 second. Okay, so spacer. After the spacer, just click on enter, and now we are going to add another text paragraph. Sorry. Oh, I'm not able to get the paragraph. Where is it? Oh, I'm already in a paragraph. Sorry about that. So I'm already in a paragraph, so I'm going to paste and enter again and copy and paste it here. Okay, great. So we have the card here, basically 400 and everything. Click on the group here, just go on the styling, and let's remove the spacing. So the block spacing, as you can see, I'm going to remove it totally. And now we have the 400, a little space, little title, and little description. 400, little space, little title, and description. So we have build this very quickly, right? So I'm going to style this and then duplicate this. So the first thing is go on the 400. You can go on the styling here. Okay, there is the size typography. You can put it like XXL if you want, and make it bold if it works. Yeah, make it bold. And then I'm going to change also this one to something smaller, L or M. Should we keep this L? Yeah, let's keep it that L, and this one we go an M. Okay, so the text is smaller, and also I would just make this bold too. And yeah, so basically this first card is very similar to this one. Maybe let's make this like another color text and make it violet. Okay. Of course, the font and everything can be changed on the main theme so that everything inside of it will change. I'm just going to make the structure for you to follow very quickly, so I'm not going to style everything. So let's duplicate this now. Let me select the 3 empty columns. I'm going to remove them. Command Shift D, 1, 2, 3, and here we go. We have our items copy it and paste it. So I'm going to just, change those very quickly. Here you go. And if you want to really have it same as possible, we can just copy this and put the text here. Just like that. Okay. Okay, so we have this block here that I want to remove. Okay, great. So the demo here is actually an outline, as you can see here, and we have this title that we can make it XXL, make it bold. So the styling is actually easy. This text here, you can make it to make it a little bit smaller if you want, and that's all. See, if you want these two items to have less spacing between them, as you can see, they're not actually having. Anyway, I want to show it to you. You click this group here and you go on style, and here you can change the block spacing, so you can make it known so those two are close up together. And another thing we forgot is that we have a spacing here on the bottom, right, to add. I'm not sure why it keep adding this paragraph because I'm clicking around. So what I usually do here is to just click an item here. You just mouse over here and there is this little plus button coming out. You can add a spacer and also EM, and then just drag this to make it look more like the design here. Now I'm going pretty fast, looks good. And yeah, that's all actually. What we have here is pretty solid. So let me remove that thing coming out every time. Okay, so now I need to add some padding because I don't want that the previous section just got so close to this one. So what I usually do is just close everything. We have those items now. We select all of them, and I will go with Command G to group all of them. Or just right click and group, right? So with Command G I grouped all of them, and I'm going to style, and as you can see the padding, this one is top and bottom. I can change it to something like that, right? So that there is some spacing, right? Maybe too much. Let's make it a little bit less. Okay. So we basically rebuilt that structure, and one thing I want to show you is also the mobile version. If you don't want to see the title in the page preview, just click on page and go on template, change template, and just click on page no title. As you can see, that's pretty simple. I'm going to save and just let's see how it looks. Okay, so now this is how it looks, and if I try to to make this, see how it's behaving responsiveness, as you can see, it's actually fluid responsive. It works perfectly. The only thing I don't like is these two buttons, that I would like to have them aligned on the right, and to do that you can basically go here and click here on the buttons and just make sure that those get aligned maybe at the right. Okay, so that now if I save this and then I refresh here, so as you can see now they are aligned here on the right, and yeah, it's actually fluid responsive. I feel that it's really great section here. Yeah, and it's pretty cool. Of course, if you also want to optimize the responsiveness here, for example, here we did not use a column here, but just two buttons, but you could also use columns if you want to make sure that these items basically goes underneath here on the mobile. Anyway, for this tutorial is all. I hope that was useful. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I see you in the next one. Thanks.